Hi. This topic is very important and will help you in every aspect of your life. So come a little closer. We're going to have a one-on-one. Today, we're going to talk about the power of communication in your life. Whether it is with your friends, family, at work, or in your relationships. Communication is one of the most important aspects of our lives and one of the pillars of success in having a healthy and stress-free environment. This is another video in our self-improvement series, and I hope you enjoy it. Now, before we start, I have to make a disclaimer. I'm not a therapist, and this is not professional advice. This information is simply observations and experiences that we had either personally or experiences of people in similar situations that have been gathered and is provided to you to help you improve your life. Now, if you like this type of content, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you like to receive these type of videos and be the first to be notified of our future videos, that will help you receive those notifications right away. So let's get started. How we communicate with each other and how frequently we communicate in a calm manner and healthy environment will make or break our relationships with everyone around us. Communication is one of the key factors in building a relationship. The problem that majority of people have in their communication is that they are trying to make a point. I have to have it my way. And they want to convince the other party that they are right. Obviously, this is a one-sided communication and will never work. When we talk about communication, we should take into the consideration that there are two and sometimes more people involved, and you are not there to make a point. You're there to listen to the other person's point of view. A lot of times, we are not listening while the other party is talking. And the reason is we try to find points of argument to prove them wrong. And while we're thinking about our points and the argument, we already know what we will say next without listening to the point that they're making. We are looking at our communication as a conflict. And with that mindset, we never understand both parties' points of view and what needs to be resolved. If we change our mindset from conflict to resolution, this will cause a major shift in the result we produce. Resolution means I know there is a problem, and I am here to find a solution. The other issue we have is We are thinking about winning, and we want all the trophies. What do I mean by that? I start my communication with the mindset that this is what I want the result of my communication to be. So I'm moving toward my ultimate goal versus seeing the issue from both sides and trying to find a middle ground that works for both parties. Switch positions with the person in front of you and think, what would you want to establish? And how would you feel if you were in their shoes? A compromise is a win-win situation for everyone versus if you come from a mindset of scarcity, then you want to be the winner and conflict will escalate. And ultimately, we know what's going to happen. The communication falls apart because each party wants to make their point, and that never works. In case of a relationship, things are even tougher. You got to establish a regular schedule with a set time to talk about the issues, regardless of them being positive or negative. Think about formalizing your communication time in your calendar. While you are engaged in communication, remove all distractions. Cell phone, computer, TV, or any other electronics. Try to be in an environment without any type of distractions. Nobody likes to talk to someone that they're on their Instagram or Facebook and they're trying to communicate with others while they're sitting with you trying to resolve an issue. To put all of this in perspective, we'll talk about 8 points that you should pay attention to when you are communicating with someone. Once again, this could apply to your relationship, work environment, or family and friends. Point number 1, establish ground rules of communication. This is very important in situation of conflict or relationship problems. Be clear in advance that escalations or disrespectful behavior will not be tolerated from any of the parties. Each party will have time to express their thoughts. The tone and volume of communication has to be checked. And both parties understand they are there to help each other understand each other's point of view. Keep in mind, how you say something can be just as important as what you say. A calm and understanding tone will help the person that you are talking to respect and listen as well. Try to de-escalate the situation by taking a pause or remind each other of importance of mutual respect and getting back to normal communication environment. When engaged in a heated dialogue, take a second and don't be hasty in your response. Point number 2, listen. A lot of people have a challenge with this. Practice active listening. Communication always involves 2 or more individuals. Listening is just as important as speaking, but listening can be more challenging since we always take the listening time to prepare our point of view and think about how are we going to respond to this person to prove them wrong. Listening requires concentration. Keep an open mind. Do not be judgmental or defensive. According to experts, we only hear about half of what the other person says during a given conversation, so paying extra attention is important if you don't want that percentage to drop. Do not just listen to the words. Instead, concentrate on the entire message. A lot of times, we interrupt the other person in the middle of a sentence, assuming we understand what they want to say. For God's sake, let them speak. That gives you time to think about their point of view. Avoid any distraction while listening. Avoid the temptation to interrupt with your own thoughts. Show open and positive body language. If you're not clear about the message, rephrase or paraphrase what you heard to make sure that you are clear. We do not want any misunderstanding. This also gives you time to think. Ask open-ended questions to get more information, to be clear about the message. Point number 3, talk. Express yourself, but in a clear and concise manner. A lot of people have problems expressing themselves, and some tend to stay quiet and run away from any type of conflicts or difference of opinion. That is very unhealthy. If you stay quiet and you don't talk, then the other party would not know your problems or issues. This will result in failure of relationships or the deal that you want to make. Be clear about what you want. If you have a problem expressing yourself, practice in advance. Talk to yourself in front of a mirror or record your thoughts and listen to them. This practice that you're doing is going to help you when the time comes to talk to the person in front of you. Be clear about what you want to accomplish beforehand and before you start the communication. Do not repeat the same point, and I'm going to repeat that. Do not repeat the same point over and over again, but make sure the person in front of you is clear about what is the most important point or issue. When it comes to communication, less is more. Select the right words that will eliminate confusion. Do not move to the next topic until you make sure that the person in front of you understands your issue and has an opportunity to respond. Do not mix several issues in one conversation or sentence. Point number 4. Silence is fine. Silence is a time to reflect. lets you think about what you've heard, how you feel, and what to say next. Because of this, it's actually very healthy to pepper your conversation with silences. It is a sign that both people are taking their partner seriously. More than that, silence allows you to take a look at your partner's body language, which is important. Even if they aren't saying anything verbally, their demeanor, posture, smile, eyes, everything about them is communicating information. Let's talk about point number 5, body language. Be mindful of nonverbal communication. Your face expression and body language can make or break your communication and can affect the results drastically. Nonverbal cues can have between 65 to 93% more impact than spoken words. Pay attention by showing that you are engaged in the conversation. Avoid any distractions. We talked about this, including phone and computer, and pay full attention to the conversation. No one wants to talk to a person that is texting others in the middle of a conversation. Number 6, be genuine. For God's sake, do not lie or deceive. This will kill trust, and without trust, you will never find common ground. Even if you get the results you want based on a lie, it will make any future communication or relationship impossible once the lie is discovered. If your intention is to lie, then just walk away. Walk away from the person or walk away from the conversation. It makes life better for everyone involved by reducing drama. Point number 7, stop and reset. During the communication, if you feel that the direction of the conversation is not moving forward, or you feel hostile feelings or hostile environment, take a break. Change the conversation and reset. Find a topic that you both agree on and continue the conversation by taking a different direction. And our final point, point number 8, switch your roles in your mind. Be aware of differences and look at the scenario from the other person's perspective. Put yourself in your partner's shoes or the person that you're dealing with and gear your message specifically toward him or her. I hope these 8 points help you with all your future communication. But remember, practice makes perfect. If you don't talk, then you will not be able to resolve any conflicts or issues in your life. So be brave and take an initiative. I really enjoyed this. I hope it was also useful for you. My name is Ray Azar, and if you enjoyed this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. And obviously, if YouTube comes up with a bunch of other bells and whistles, press those ones too, because that's going to help us be in touch with you, and you're going to find out about any future videos that we come up with. If you like to find out how to handle problems in life and be resilient, click on the button on the screen to watch our video about resilience. See you next time.